White House release published Thursday, September 25, 2025. Countering domestic terrorism and organized political violence. The President has issued a national security presidential memorandum to address the rise in domestic terrorism and organized political violence. The memorandum cites recent assassinations, assassination attempts, riots, and attacks on law enforcement as evidence of a growing threat. It states these acts are part of organized campaigns meant to intimidate, silence, and disrupt democratic society. The memorandum highlights the use of online forums, social media, and doxing to target individuals and obstruct government operations. It identifies anti-fascist movements as a key motivation behind much of the recent violence. The document calls for a new, national law enforcement strategy to investigate and disrupt these networks before violence occurs. The National Joint Terrorism Task Force will lead a coordinated strategy to investigate and prosecute those involved in political violence and intimidation. This includes investigating recruitment, radicalization, funding sources, and foreign connections. The Attorney General is directed to prosecute all related federal crimes to the fullest extent of the law. Regular progress updates will be provided to the President. The Attorney General will issue guidance to ensure domestic terrorism priorities include politically motivated acts such as doxing, swatting, rioting, looting, trespass, assault, property destruction, threats of violence, and civil disorder. This guidance will help identify behaviors common to organizations that coordinate these acts. The Secretary of the Treasury will work with the Attorney General to identify and disrupt financial networks that fund domestic terrorism and political violence. Financial institutions will receive guidance on reporting suspicious activity and investigating illegal funding. The IRS Commissioner will ensure that no tax-exempt entities are financing political violence or domestic terrorism. If such activity is found, those organizations will be referred for investigation and possible prosecution. Federal law enforcement agencies will question individuals involved in political violence about organizers and financial sponsors before any plea agreements. Investigations will focus on crimes such as assaulting federal officers, conspiracy against rights, solicitation to commit violence, money laundering, funding terrorism, arson, racketeering, and major fraud. Federal agencies will use strategies similar to those for violent and organized crime to disrupt criminal networks. The Attorney General may recommend that groups meeting the definition of domestic terrorism be designated as domestic terrorist organizations. A list of such groups will be submitted to the President. Domestic terrorism will be designated a national priority area by the Attorney General and Secretary of Homeland Security. Grant programs will be developed to help law enforcement detect, prevent, and protect against these threats. This memorandum does not change existing legal authorities or budgets. It will be implemented according to applicable law and available funding. It does not create any enforceable rights or benefits for any party. The Secretary of Homeland Security is directed to publish this memorandum in the Federal Register. Thanks for listening. The full source material for this summary is in the description below.